Hey kids, Little Red, a fizzingly good yarn, retold by Lynn Roberts. This is a pretty good story. Kind of like Little Red Riding Hood, but a bit different. In a time not too long ago, in a land much like our own, there lived a young boy. His name was Thomas, but for some reason, everyone liked to call him Little Red. I wonder why. Little Red's parents owned a cozy inn, and people came from far and wide for a glass of their famous sweet ginger ale. Little Red loved to meet the travelers and hear their tales of dangerous encounters with dashing highwaymen and fearsome wolves. Look at Grandma's favorite ginger ale. So they had a little fun there. One day, Little Red was getting ready to visit his grandma, as he did each week, with a delicious basket full of treats and a week's supply of ginger ale. "Grandma's favorite," declared Little Red, as he put a keg of ginger ale in his basket. See it down there? Oh, Little Red put on his much-loved red coat, picked up his basket, and set off for Grandma's. As always, his mother warned him, "Don't you wander off the path for any reason." Everyone knew that a ferocious, hungry wolf prowled within the forest, and straying from the path would almost certainly mean being eaten. So better pay attention to Mom's advice. Well, Little Red, skipping along the path, unaware the wolf was secretly watching him. "He would make a tasty snack," the wolf said to himself, drooling at the thought. Suddenly, Little Red stopped and called out excitedly, "Red apples! I'll have to take some for Grandma." Overhearing this, the wolf thought, "Grandma is waiting for him. Is she? I can have myself 2 tasty snacks instead of just one." Well, there is wisdom in staying on the path. So far, the story sounds about right, right? Meanwhile, Little Red was trying to reach the apples. There was a large prickly bush in his way. So, to keep his coat from being torn, he took it off and placed it on a nearby rock. This gave the wolf idea. Grabbing the coat, he charged off at a terrific pace to Grandmother's house. So there he was. He took his coat off, and the wolf swiped it. This isn't going so good for Little Red. Reaching Grandmother's front door, the wolf stopped to squeeze himself into Little Red's coat and knocked on the door. He doesn't look like Little Red. Grandma, who was very, very short-sighted, opened the door and saw the red jacket and said, "Oh, come right in, Little Red. Why don't we have some ginger ale and a big slice of cake?" So she needed glasses. Kind of like me. But as soon as her back was turned, the wolf pounced on her and in 1 second flat, swallowed her whole. Oh my. And off went the glasses. Yep. "Now I'll disguise myself as Grandma, and I'll eat the boy for dessert," the wolf howled, marveling at his brilliant plan. He stepped into one of Grandma's dresses and fixed up one of her wigs behind his long, furry ears. He closed the drapes tight sat at Grandma's table and waited eagerly for Little Red. Oh, he looks fabulous, doesn't he? Well, Little Red arrived at Grandma's house out of breath from running. "Grandma," he cried, "my coat has been stolen. I only left the path for a second and it disappeared." When Grandma didn't rush to greet him, Little Red began to worry. "Are you in there?" he asked, stepping into the darkened room where the wolf sat. "Grandma," he said, "you look different. Are you feeling unwell?" I'm fine, dear," the wolf said sweetly. "Come closer." "Grandma, what big eyes you've got today," said Little Red, sitting down at the table. "Uh, the better to see you with, my dear," crooned the wolf. "But what big ears you have, Grandma," said Little Red. "Oh, all the better to hear you with, my sweet," replied the wolf in a big, toothy grin. "And Grandma, what enormous teeth you have!" Little Red exclaimed. "All the better to eat you with," roared the wolf. "What?" cried Little Red. "Don't eat me." "You're my dessert," growled the wolf. "Your grandma was really delicious, but not quite enough to fill me up. So you'll finish the meal off nicely." Terrified, Little Red looked around frantically for a way out. Then he remembered his basket, and he had a brilliant idea. "Wait! I have something much tastier than me," shouted Little Red, and he grabbed the keg of ginger ale from his basket. "Tastier than you?" thundered the wolf. Snatching the bottle from Little Red's hand, the wolf guzzled down the whole thing in one greedy gulp. Almost immediately, the wolf's belly began to rumble and grumble very loud. And if you ever have slammed a soda can, you know what happens. "Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear," the wolf howled. Then suddenly he let out an enormous belch. Belch! And out flew Grandmother out of his mouth. Look at her. She's coming out. As the wolf tottered back toward groaning, the Little Red grabbed an empty keg of ginger ale and threw it at the wolf's head, knocking him out cold. Oh! Then he quickly tied a pair of Grandmother's thick wool stockings tightly around the wolf's paws. The wolf awoke with a nasty bump in his head. "My poor head," he moaned. "Eating Grandma's is becoming much too dangerous. And that ginger ale! Oh, that was far tastier than Grandma anyway." Oh. That gave Little Red an idea. "If you promise never to eat anyone, ever again," he said, "I'll let you go and make sure that you have all the tasty ginger ale you ever could want." Look at poor Grandma. He made quite a deal there with the big bad wolf, didn't he? The wolf greedily agreed. So from then on, Each week on his way to grandmother's, Little Red left a keg of ginger ale in the forest for the wolf, who drank it down eagerly, in spite of its embarrassing after effects. Belch. The end. Boys and girls, Little Red, it's a little bit different with a burpy ending. You guys have a good day. Bye.